Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Deswan Afnita. Today, I would like to present our topic about low self-esteem, including its definition and classification, as well as the nursing intervention or SP for the patient and family. Low self-esteem is a persistent negative evaluation of oneself, including our abilities and personal worth. People with low self-esteem may see themselves as worthless, incapable, inferior, or lacking confidence. They may also experience pessimism and feel powerless. Low self-esteem can be classified into two types. The first is chronic low self-esteem. This is a long-lasting negative evaluation of oneself or one's abilities. It can develop from childhood or adolescence and may continue for a long time. The second is situational low self-esteem. This happens when a person who previously had a positive self-image develops a negative perception because of a specific situation, such as failure, trauma, body image change, or other stressful events. Unlike chronic low self-esteem, situational low self-esteem may improve when the stressor is resolved and the person receives appropriate support. For the focus data, we can identify both subjective and objective data. For subjective data, the patient may say that they feel useless, ashamed, inferior, or lack self-confidence. For objective data, the patient may look down, have limited eye contact, speak softly, remain mostly silent, and tend to withdraw from other people. The signs can help healthcare professionals identify low self-esteem and plan appropriate intervention. Next, we will discuss the SP or implementation strategy for the patient. In session 1, the first step is to build a trusting therapeutic relationship with the patients. This includes introducing ourselves, explaining the goals of the interaction, and making a time contract. After that, we identify the patient's positive abilities. We encourage the patient to recognize that they still have strengths and abilities. We should give realistic praise and avoid negative judgment. Then we assess which abilities the patient can perform at the moment. After identifying the ability, we select a skill that the patient wants to practice. The chosen skill is then practiced together and included in the patient's daily activity schedule. In session 2, we first evaluate the activities that were practiced in session 1. Then we select another ability that the patient can perform and practice it together. The activity is also included in the patient's schedule. In session 3, we evaluate the activity from session 1 and 2. Then we select a third ability that the patient can perform and include it in the exercise or activity schedule. The main goals of the session is to help the patient recognize their abilities, build confidence, and gradually become more independent. Now, we will discuss the SP for the family. In SP1 for the family, we first identify the family's understanding and perceive problems in caring for the patient. Then, we explain the process of low self-esteem and how it can affect the patient's thoughts, feelings, behavior, and daily activities. We also explain how the family can help and support the patients. The family plays an important role in encouraging the patient to recognize their abilities and participate in positive activities. The family is also encouraged to take part in the patient's treatment and to arrange a family RTL or follow-up plan, including a schedule for caring for and supporting the patients. In SP2, we evaluate the family's ability to apply what they have learned in SP1. We then train the family directly on how to support and care for the patients. Finally, we help the family create a family RTL or daily schedule. In SP3, we evaluate the capabilities of both the family and the patients. We also discuss a family's follow-up plan and referral if further professional support is needed. Therefore, family involvement is very important because a supportive family environment can help patients develop confidence and improve their self-esteem. To conclude, low self-esteem is a condition in which a person has a negative view of themselves, their abilities, or their personal worth. Through appropriate interventions, patients can be encouraged to recognize their strengths, practice their abilities, and gradually build their confidence. Family support is also essential. With understanding, encouragement, and consistent support from the family and healthcare professionals, patients can become more confident and independent. As future healthcare professionals, we should provide care that focuses not only on the patient's problem, but also on their strengths and potentials. That's all for my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope this presentation is useful and can increase our understanding of low self-esteem and how to provide appropriate support for patients and their families. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.